Hi guys.
If you're wondering, yes, you can 100% be a mom and then also check social media. It's totally possible. You can be present for your child and then take a minute break and check your social media.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Hope everybody is having or had a wonderful and safe 4th of July. You guys, at the moment, I'm filming this. What's the time right now? It's 8:30 in the evening, 4th of July, and the day was absolutely so laid back and wonderful. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload. And you guys, I think that's very important because my uploads have been all over the place. I am a very busy person, and I never even knew that I would be adding to my resume driving instructor. My baby girl is actually turning 16 in the next few months. She's getting her driver's license, and I figured, you know what, I would basically be the one to teach her. And see in the back there, I still have giveaways to post off. I'm a week behind, so I'll definitely get. I apologize. Those people know who they are. I totally apologize. I promise you. I promise you. By Tuesday, I will be out to the post office, and I will definitely be posting that off. One more huge favor. I have linked down below a petition. It's the petition for Christian Andreacchio, and I've covered the story twice before, but it was in regard to the critical K being sued by the Andreacchio family, and they have a petition where they're trying to get the proper authorities involved, and they have to have a certain amount on this petition for them to their case actually to be heard. So please do me a huge favor, go down in the description box, please sign this petition. I would truly appreciate you guys. Usual disclaimer, please don't take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. Now, Katie Joy actually did a live where I totally disagree with her on one thing.
And again, you can't hold anyone accountable. They have to hold themselves accountable.
At the end of the day, I totally disagree. I 100% disagree, especially for what she has been through these past 2 years in regard to her being stalked, being reported to CPS, reports being made to the police. If that is totally 100% false, those people need to be held accountable, period. So also, she made this whole live where she was talking about how tired she is. It's been such a long 2 days and stuff like that. And her child has been sick, which, you know what, no parent likes to see their child being sick. I don't like that. If I can remember correctly, it wasn't even a week ago. And Katie Joy said that her son is nobody else's business but hers. She stopped sharing pictures. She stopped talking about him.
Be cruel to him. And I want to be a mother that makes my son proud. And I don't want to be a mother that would embarrass my son or that would make my son confused. I don't want to add trauma to my son's life. And I just want my son to be protected. So all I ask is that my son is not a part of this channel. He's not a part of my social media. He is not a right for you guys to have. I keep him private for a reason.
But lo and behold, let's go back to when all this unfolded, and this unfolded on her Twitter. She actually said all this started going down from Friday being July the 2nd. Her son was so sick. She's been there for him, keep doing what she needed to do as a mother to be there for her son. All well and good. Any parent would do that. I want you guys to bear in mind the fact that her son is so sick at this point, from Friday right through to July 4th, okay? So in my opinion, and I can only talk for myself, and as I've always told you guys, I can only speak for myself. My children, or none of my kids, and I mean no disrespect by saying this, come close to being as sickly as Katie Joy's son is. I can't even put myself in that position to know how it feels to look after such a sickly child. I cannot. But I can only imagine the time it takes for you to give your all, because so much is needed to take care of this little boy, okay? So Katie Joy, like I say, on the 2nd, she said her son was so sick, been throwing up, doing everything, but that did not stop Katie Joy from being on social media. So Katie Joy, the whole of Friday was on social media. She decided to insert herself in the whole Gabby Hanna situation. For me, this is what truly pissed me off, because in my opinion, Gabby Hanna is nothing but trash. She truly is. That's just me. That's just exactly how I feel. And I don't feel bad for saying that. She is truly just trash. But then at the end of the day, Katie Joy finds it just because this fits her storyline right now, okay? So she decided to echo and agree with Gabby Hanna, and this is what she said. Gabby Hanna is right about one thing. There are a lot of creators that gaslight and deflect, like you, Katie. There are a lot of commentators that gaslight and gatekeep, like you, Katie. How about we stop making it our job to tell people who not to like? I stopped living like that in 3rd grade. Okay, to each your own. But then, this is the next thing she puts on Twitter. Even my son is over Gabby Hanna. He said you are always listening to that lady and she's always using not nice words. I mean, 8-year-olds don't lie. Really, Katie? Am I missing something here? Do you not know about earbuds? It's a no fucking brainer. You listening to somebody like Gabby Hanna. I have 11-year-old, 13-year-old, 16-year-old, and 19-year-old. When I'm listening to these videos, as much as they know their mother swears like a sailor, I still have the decency. Oh, they're so pretty, mama. I have the decency to put my AirPods in so they don't listen to this bullshit. And you around your son listening to Gabby Hanna and he recognizes that lady's not using not so nice words? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. Now, bear in mind still, on this day, your son's supposed to be sick. Then you guys, she goes on and she posts about, let me put this up there. If any of you out there could send my family good energy, but we really need it. My kiddo is dealing with an issue related to one of his medical conditions and I'm worried he might need another surgery. I hate this for him, so please keep him in your thoughts. This kid didn't do anything. He's a precious little boy. He's sickly and he needs nothing but good vibes going his way. But that doesn't stop Katie from doing or being there for her son. She goes on and then she goes and inserts herself in James Charles' situation, because apparently James Charles came back to social media and this is what she had to say. James Charles sent lewd photos to a minor. James Charles asked a minor to send him lewd photos. His cancellation was not an embarrassment, it was a crime that he didn't get charged for. Please do not overlook that with his gaslighting. Katie, you, in my opinion, is the poster child for gaslighting, okay? Your son, bear in mind, so sick, so sick, but you're inserting yourself in other people's shenanigans. In my opinion, not needed. You have much more important things to focus on, and that's your kiddo. But you have time to insert yourself. And let's not forget, you know, because his mother, you said his mother told you, he's a narcissist. So why bother? You know the truth, allegedly. So why come and insert and try to make people understand? Not worth it. And then she comes back on the Saturday where her son was still so sick, and she decides to tweet, "Who else hates waiting on hold? 22 minutes of this hold music and I feel like I'm stuck in a loop to nowhere. Just want my kiddo to feel better." Katie Joy, here's just a thought for the future. When your kiddo is in this position, and this is just my thought process through all this, yeah, wouldn't you immediately, no matter what, just grab him, pick him up, load him up, and take him to the emergency room? That's what I would do. But how much time did it take you while you're on hold, but you're tweeting out how you're on hold? It just makes no sense. Then she goes on and she gives her input about Britney Spears. Apparently, maybe she's still on hold, but she feels, okay, that's not important, but let me just follow up on the Britney Spears, which she followed up on Britney Spears. She gives an update. She says, update, we are at the hospital. So far, we don't have any answers, but what is going on with my kiddo? We have ruled out at least one issue, but more doctors need to be consulted. We appreciate all the kind words and good thoughts. Keep them coming. Previously, she's keeping him off social media. She's not discussing him, she's not talking about him, but clearly that went out the window. Then she goes on and she gives another update, which she says, on our way home, this is never an easy journey, but we have a great team. We still aren't 100%, but we have a plan for our guy. Thanks for all the thoughts and messages. Bear in mind, you guys, this kid is so sick, so sick. I just want to hug him, honestly. Then she says, 2 years ago, this woman named Kim started harassing me. She created Katie as a liar account. When I kept calling her out as her name, Kim admits here to making accounts to harass me even after I blocked her. She hasn't stopped in 2 years. It's sick. At this point, Katie had so many stalkers, in her words. So many people have been stalking her, okay? And I get that. I truly get that. If this is true, people need to be held accountable and this needs to stop, because plain as daylight, this is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. But what's dangerous to me, and I'm going to just humor Katie, when she said Max is going haywire because of the fireworks. Because Katie comes on her channel, and just the other day in her sob story on her YouTube,
creators in my DMs telling me that people are telling them I'm dangerous. And I'm like, I'm dangerous? I'm dangerous. How am I dangerous? What did I do? What did I do?
Katie, let me humor you. You may not be physically dangerous, but emotionally and mentally you are dangerous. And this is why I say that. You come on your channel and you just blast everybody. You put them all under an umbrella. Example, the other day when you did your, what's the name of that video? I'm not okay. I feel like quitting YouTube. You spoke about a stalker that actually contacted you. So people put 2 and 2 together and assumed it was Tina, a person that had a Facebook group that was covering you. But you didn't say who it was. People assumed it was Tina. So people started putting it out there that Tina had contacted you, and apparently it was not Tina. Can you see how dangerous you are, Katie? Can you see? Now we move to Preacher Boys. You are so adamant that Preacher Boys needs to take down his video. Why? Because you feel you've been vindicated. Maybe Preacher Boys, and I don't speak for him, but it's just a thought process for me, he's not comfortable with it yet. He wants proof that it's not you, because you've got a person that you're putting out there that has all these mental issues, and now all of a sudden that person has come and just admitted to everything. Okay, another thing, when you went after EKC people suck Aaron, you came after T-Spiracy, blaming T-Spiracy's video for something that was used against you. T-Spiracy didn't give them that video. They just decided to use that video. And that's fucked up. It truly is. And then you put out Shin's panty liners, you named her. You've named all these people, and in turn, what happens, Katie? Your stands come after those people. You think your stands are ever so, or your supporters are so kind, so sweet. No, Katie, they're vicious. And in my opinion, that's your method to your madness. It truly is. If you know that, you know who your people are. And this is just my opinion, you guys. You know your stands go hard for you. So by you coming out and naming people, look at what happened with Mandapants. She came out and she did what she felt was right. You didn't make yourself clear from the get-go. Knowing you didn't like Mandapants, you didn't like what she was saying, you went into one of her live streams and trying to be a bully there. So when you came and you made the statement in your first Instagram live after hearing about all these reports, what did you do? You didn't say, oh, this person reached out to the attorney. No, you just went straight off the bat and you said, oh, thanks, Mandapants, trying to elude or make people think that Manda was the one to come and give you those receipts. Make it as though she's a mole. Fast forward, you rectified it. Fast forward, you discussed her in your little video where you were like, you know, so sad for yourself. You said in that video, you weren't gonna link the video down below.
And other channel, Mandapants, put out all of her screenshots about this. She doesn't like me. I'm not going to link the video.
You couldn't link Mandapants' video in your sorrowful, pitiful video because it explains, or other people will see, that Mandapants truly doesn't stick by your bullshit, but she also has a genuine heart and doesn't agree with people terrorizing you like this, which we all feel that way. Nobody should be put through this. But also, on the other hand, Katie, you had an opportunity to sort this out a long time ago, but you chose not to. You used the excuse of you are in a lawsuit. And if you guys, if you want me to break that down and give my true opinion and thoughts about that, let me know. So now all of a sudden, Mandapants is good enough for you to put a clip of her video on your Twitter because now it fits your storyline. That is fucked up. It's truly fucked up. But anyway, let's move on. You guys, again, I'm going to say this. Bear in mind, all this tweeting she's doing from the time she said she's still in the hospital. She's on her way back home. So on her way back home, or when she got back home, she did a live, okay? But she also said on her Twitter, this is what she said. I have a low threshold for bullshit today. I was up most of last night while my child was vomiting and cried in pain. I spent all afternoon at the hospital, leaving with few answers and a plan that we hope will help. He's been in pain for a week and I can't make it better. It's killing me. This kid has been in pain for a week. A week. And you've been on your Instagram lives and doing all these fucked up things. Okay, let me carry on before I say something wrong. I come home to more bullshit with trolls that I don't want to deal with. I'm officially over all of this. I have a job. My job is to deliver content. I'm also caring for my child with fragile health and worn out. So save the drama. I don't create the drama. I don't want the drama. I work hard daily and save my money for my son's future because he will need it and when I'm not alive to take care of him. So please stop involving me in drama I don't create and never ask to be part of. I have real life to deal with and a child who is sick that needs his mom. Bullshit, Katie. Bullshit. If you truly felt that way, that you have a job to do, you need to do things for your son, you'd have listened to those cease and desist. You would have not even gone through that lawsuit where you spent all those thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You would have refrained from all the drama. But that's not you. You enjoy the drama, Katie. You want to talk about your son needs his mother. Let me show you something, you guys. You want to talk about he needs his mommy. Remember when she was covering, this was in April, she covered Josh Duggar, how he got arrested. Remember, everybody was so all about, oh, tooth fairy. This is my pure opinion, my speculation. Remember this clip? This was from her Katie Joy Instagram, where she showed the clip of Josh Duggar being arrested. And what does it say on the top? Tooth fairy. And we couldn't figure it out then. It says it's the same thing as last night. He's not really asleep yet. I need a few minutes to myself before it's time, and then that's it. So in my opinion, this is Todd. This is Todd, and this is why I say it's Todd. Move forward to when she did this Instagram live, and it was last week, Saturday. And while scrolling and going through, and this is what the tooth fairy said then. Can you do the food and meds? Wow. So you're basically got to communicate through text messages because you're too busy being on fucking social media. Wow. Couldn't you have at least texted him to tell him that people are false reporting him abusing his son at least? I still cannot see how a person can be on social media so much, even without a kid being so sick. Now, her kid is so sick, and she still finds so much time. Unbelievable, but you know, it's neither here nor there.
I'm so exhausted, and I'm trying to confirm the passing of Tracy Wagaman. I've been looking most of the morning, not most of the morning, just the last hour or so. And if you're wondering, yes, you can 100% be a mom and then also check social media. It's totally possible.
Then she talks about how she's been working on trying to get confirmation of Tracy Wagaman, apparently somebody that's been on life after lockup. I'm not sure, I'm not familiar with it. But in my opinion, that's fucking irrelevant right now. Keep concentrating on your son's well-being, to getting him well. She's still posting pictures on her Instagram. The face may be blocked out, but you're posting a picture of your son laying on a sofa with his feeding, with his feeding bag. Why, Katie? Show him some respect, Katie. Please. She literally threw her husband under the bus.
And then people around me are inserting themselves into my lives, trying to make things dramatic. Like, that's not me being dramatic. You can ask my husband. I'm not a dramatic person. I actually don't respond to a lot. And it's my husband that gets a little bit more dramatic than I do.
Well, Katie, clearly you set this man up for failure. You clearly set him up for failure. Because we saw the way he acted when he had no idea. His wife didn't even have the decency to let him know that he was being accused of such horrific things. So now you just threw him under the bus because we've already seen how he reacted to something he 100% had to know.
It's not anyone's job to spread the truth about anyone, to be honest. Like, if you want to report stories, that's fine. If you want to share stories, that's fine. When you start crossing the line.
Did you just literally say that? Of course it's people's job to report the truth. Absolutely 100% it's people's job to report the truth. Where you going, Mama? How can reporting the truth be crossing the line? You know what is crossing the line? is when you post pictures of other people's kids, jeopardizing their well-being, reporting on their whereabouts. You have the decency to crop out and blur out the other kids, but you putting Josh Duggar's kids in harm's way, Katie. They're not responsible for the fucked up things their father has done. They are innocent. And when are you going to get this? Can your friend Amy Duggar King not let you know these things? That's her family. You seem to be the Amy Duggar whisperer. You seem to be close. It just makes no sense to me. It truly doesn't. Then she goes on.
I think the important thing is to just remember that the people that you watch are humans. They will say things sometimes that upset you. They might react poorly at times. They might snap. They might get angry. They might cry. They might say something that upsets you. They might make you laugh. They might resonate with you.
Doesn't that sound like her describing herself? It truly does. It truly does. It's like, wow. And this is the biggest hypocrisy going. The biggest.
That's why even when I cover the Duggars, I'm not like, you should unfollow all of these people. Like, I don't. In fact, I follow most of them, and I think they're, I think most of the kids are nice kids. Like,
Katie, please answer me. And please, if anybody knows, forward this to Katie. I want to know if you claim and you stand firm. No, Pumpkin, come. Come on, Mama. Come. If you stand firm that you don't use sock puppet accounts, you've never used sock puppet accounts. So how the hell do you follow the Duggars? Clearly, I mean, maybe I'm just way out there. I'm sure they don't appreciate you following them. Just curious. Now, all of a sudden, those kids are the best kids. Please go back, Katie, and watch your videos. Go back and watch your own videos. The nasty things you've said about those kids. Or I was just hearing things. But I know I definitely wasn't hearing things. You want to talk about, oh, you don't hate watch people. You don't watch people if you don't like them. And you gave an example of Renelle Evans.
I don't follow a lot of people I don't like. Like, I don't really cover Renelle Evans anymore simply because I don't like her.
Didn't you fuck Renelle Evans over? Didn't you betray Renelle Evans, Katie, and correct me if I'm wrong, and went ahead and actually released screenshots of conversations you all had when it was supposed to be in private? Then she says this, which made me have a good laugh.
It's not anyone's job to deplatform anyone. Unless someone is literally breaking the platform rules and is literally, you can verify it, doing something that is breaking the rules. It's no one's job to assume that deplatforming someone is the responsibility of the person that is watching. Cancel culture is just, I've noticed that it's a lot of very here's my take on cancel culture as a whole. It's happening a lot with kids in their teens. And I find that a lot of times when people get on cancel culture trains, they're not looking critically at the situation. They're being swayed and manipulated by situations. That's kind of what cancel culture is to me.
You talk about committing crimes. It's like you've never committed crimes, Katie. Let's go back to how you took a picture of Josh Duggar during his arraignment. You said it in your live, and I'll play that for you. You just needed to take it for your own mental note. You went and you tweeted about how you did it. You acknowledged you did it. And that is a federal crime. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end by saying this. When you have a sick kid, it's not fun. It's the most heartbreaking thing. I myself cannot focus on anything else with having other kids around. I'm juggling, I'm doing stuff. It's hard to see your kid in pain. This woman sits on social media and inserts herself in things that are not important, but she finds it to validate herself. I do not appreciate. Katie Joy exploiting her son's sickness for her personal gain, for gain of pity, sympathy, empathy. No, I don't. There are ways to do that. And you know what's the best way to do that, Katie Joy? Do what you're supposed to do. Focus on your job. Get off of social media. Post what's relevant, not what's going to make you look like a good person. All this what you're doing is fucked up. Your husband is sending you messages asking you to help him with your son, in my opinion, allegedly. And all you can do is sit on social media, gaslighting your audience to believe you, in my opinion. You are nothing but a manipulator. You have a method to your madness. You are dangerous emotionally and mentally, in my opinion. You stated your son is nobody's business. You stated you're not going to post about him. And not even a week later, because you're looking for people to be on your side, in my opinion, you're doing all this. At the end of the day, focus on your son. Do what's supposed to be done. Monitor yourself. Again, I'm going to say this, Katie. Reflect, connect, and keep it moving. You guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you. And please, you guys, if you truly do are a person of faith, send positive vibes his way. You know, pray for him. Because this little kid does not deserve half of what he's going through, you know. That boy needs nothing but utmost attention. And besides that, even when you do have time, go and take a bath. Give your brain a break. Do what you need to do. Stop being and digging in other people's shit on Twitter and involving yourself. It's not going to help you, Katie. It's not. But anyway, you guys, that's just my thoughts, my opinions. Thank you so much. I know this is going to be a hell of a long video. Thank you so much. Please be kind to one another. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.